Welcome to reality. You're now on the Code of Mind channel. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to break down a question that literally reveals the architecture of our reality. Under my previous video, a viewer asked something that haunts anyone who has ever thought about quantum shifting. What happens to the consciousness that exists in another reality? Do they switch places, or how does it actually work? This question exposes our deepest fear. The fear that we are multiplying suffering or pushing someone out of their life. But let's remove this illusion once and for all. The answer is simple. Consciousnesses do not switch places because there is no other consciousness. Imagine a dark movie theater. Inside, there is only one projector. That projector is your consciousness. It is loaded with an infinite film reel, what we could call the quantum field. On that film, billions of frames already exist. In one you fail, in another you win. When you shift into a better version of yourself, you are not taking someone else's seat. You are simply rewinding the film or redirecting the beam of light to a different frame. Why is this important to understand? Because nothing is left behind. In the reality you think of as your past or your worse version, there is no sad version of you sitting there, waiting. The moment your attention leaves that frame, the screen goes dark. And in darkness there is no awareness, no pain, no time. You are not an intruder. You cannot remove someone from a happy reality just to take their place. Why? Because before your attention arrived, there was no one there. It was only a mathematical possibility, an empty stage waiting for an observer. You are the light. And wherever you move, you carry all of that light with you. There is no half of you. You are a single, indivisible point of attention. That's why shifting is not an exchange of bodies. It is a focus on the version of reality you finally allow yourself to illuminate. Now, to fully understand how this space works, imagine an infinite warehouse, a massive hangar stretching beyond the horizon, filled with turned-off screens. Each screen is a different version of your reality. On one, you are a successful entrepreneur. On another, a free artist. On another, someone who didn't overcome their struggles. But here's the key. Until your attention falls on a screen, it remains completely black. In quantum physics, this is called superposition. Until an observer looks at a particle, it exists everywhere and nowhere at the same time. This is the quantum field, a state of pure potential. There are no solid objects there, no sound. And most importantly, no time. Why do we say that realities are not loaded? Because the universe works like a perfect rendering engine in an advanced simulation. It doesn't waste resources on rendering environments where the player is not present. If you are in the living room of your life, then the kitchen, the street, or another city exist only as dormant code. They do not take physical form until you direct your attention there. What does this mean for you? It means there is no suffering in those inactive realities. Many people fear that their other versions are stuck somewhere, experiencing pain or loneliness. But understand this. Pain is an electrical signal within consciousness. If your consciousness is not present there, the screen is off. There is no one there to feel anything. It is simply a sleeping probability. This is energy efficiency. The universe does not maintain billions of fully active worlds. It activates them only when you arrive. You are the trigger, the one who breathes life into an empty pixel, freedom from the past. If you experienced something painful and shifted into another reality, that past collapses instantly back into the quantum field. It does not follow you. The moment you stop feeding it with attention, the system turns it off. You move through life and only one step loads beneath your feet. The one you are currently standing on. Everything else is an infinite number of dark screens waiting for your choice. You are not trapped by fate. You are choosing which screen becomes your reality today. Now let's complete the picture. If all realities are just inactive screens waiting for your awareness, then who is this future self people talk about? Where do the signals come from if there is no one there? The answer is simple and shocking. Your future self is not a person. It is your own gravity. Forget the idea of linear time, that you are moving along a path from past to future. Instead, imagine your consciousness as a radio receiver. Right now you are tuned to 88 FM. This is the frequency of your current limitations, fears, and Pravichnyi life patterns. But at the exact same moment in the same space, there is another frequency, 108 FM. This is the frequency of your highest potential, your power, and your absolute success. Your future self is simply the signal from that higher frequency. It is not another version of you living in the year 2035. It is you, the real you, but vibrating at maximum intensity. Since there is no time in the quantum field, your strongest version already exists as a completed fact. And that frequency carries immense energy. It behaves like a magnetic pole. Why does this matter for understanding shifting? Because it is not a voice coming from outside. It is your own resonance. Guidance from your future self is not words in your head. It is when your receiver briefly catches interference from that higher signal. Suddenly, you feel an unexplainable sense of calm, or a powerful confidence in something you haven't even started yet. That is your highest frequency touching your current reality. The gravity of the ideal frame. Your future self is a point on the film with an incredibly high density of light. It literally pulls your projector beam toward it. You are not moving toward success. You are being drawn into it, like metal shavings pulled by a powerful magnet. You are your own beacon. Imagine you are lost in a dark forest. Your future self is not a rescuer coming to save you. It is a massive spotlight that you yourself turned on at the exit. You are simply walking toward your own light. Let this settle in your mind. There is no separation. There is only your consciousness learning how to adjust the frequency dial. Your future self is simply your knowing that the music sounds better on that station. And the moment you catch that signal, the dark screen of your bad reality begins to fade, and the loading of your ideal world becomes inevitable. Many people who have gone through near-death experiences, serious accidents, or extreme stress describe the same strange feeling. I woke up, and the world felt different. Food tastes different. Loved ones feel unfamiliar, and you feel like you're wearing a new identity. This is not hallucination. This is not just trauma. This is a mechanical process of quantum merging. Let's break down what happens to your projector in a moment of crisis. At the moment of impact, your familiar scenario collapses. The frame you were illuminating burns out. For a fraction of a second, the projector shuts off. This is absolute zero, a system reset. In that void, there is no time, no personality. There is only pure consciousness searching for where to project light next. It cannot disappear. It must continue to observe. In that darkness, your projector instinctively searches for the nearest viable version of reality. It locks onto a branch where you survived, where damage is minimal, or where events unfolded differently just seconds before the impact. And then, an instant merge. You open your eyes in the reality that best matches your will to live. You feel different because your beam is now illuminating a different frame. This is like an operating system update. Old habits, attachments, even pain can suddenly disappear. Why? Because in this new branch, your potential is different. Your consciousness is now synchronized with a higher, or simply different, frequency. People around you might say, "You changed after that." They're right. You are not the same person who entered that event. You are the same consciousness, the same projector. But the frame you are now illuminating comes with new rules. Remember this: the merge is a gift. It is a built-in mechanism that allows you to continue your path even when your previous reality collapses. You did not break. You simply shifted to a higher level of the game. Keeping the most important thing: your ability to observe and create. This entire world is an empty cinema hall. There is only one viewer, one author, and one projector, and that is you. Everything you see around you is just scenery waiting for your attention to become real. Your future self is not someone else. It is your knowing that your story is meant to end well. The key realizations you must take with you. No one is suffering behind you. The moment you remove your attention from a negative reality, it shuts off. There is no other you left there. There is no pain. There is only your light moving elsewhere. You are safe. You cannot lose yourself or replace someone else. You are always whole. You are only changing perspective. Focus is your only currency. Stop wasting your light on dark screens of the past or fear-based scenarios. Direct it toward the frames where you feel expansion, joy, and peace. Stop worrying about other consciousnesses. They do not exist. There is only your light. And right now, that light can illuminate the most powerful, the boldest, and the happiest reality you can possibly imagine. Thank you for being with me on this channel. I wish you the best possible branch of reality. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care.